Coming to you live from the campus of Santa Ana College, we have Don Soccer this Tuesday afternoon here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. The women's team has their final non-conference match of the year as they get set to take on the Bulldogs of Allan Hancock College. My name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. The Dons suffered their second loss of the season last Friday and are still in search of their first victory of the season. Santa Ana has only scored one goal on the year thus far, and they're still in search of a strategy to consistently get them scoring opportunities. Dons are led by 11th year head coach Jamie Baquero, who's joined on the assistant coach Jerry Keeler. They're on the left side of your screen in their red kits. And the Bulldogs, on the other hand, they enter with a 1-3-4 record on the season. Allan Hancock is coming off back-to-back losses to Hartnell College and College of the Canyons. They are led by 8th year head coach Billy Vintage, who also serves as a men's soccer head coach at Allan Hancock. He is joined on the staff by Buddy Kickler, Cambria Privet, and Jillian Bernal. The Bulldogs will be in their yellow kits this afternoon. They're on the right side of your screen as they announce the starting lineups. Some players to keep an eye on. For the Dons, keep an eye on Gia Inaosa. The defender put up 2 shots last game versus Palomar College and was very aggressive out wide on the attack. Look for her to guide the Dons into scoring opportunities. For the Bulldogs, keep an eye on midfielder Raquel Schmidt. The sophomore leads the team with 4 goals and 2 assists on the season. As we'll take a break here for the national anthem. When we come back, starting lineups and kickoff. Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, we have women's soccer for you on this Tuesday afternoon, September 23rd, as the Dons take on the Bulldogs of Allan Hancock College. My name is Noah Alvarez. We mentioned a brief summary on both teams. The Dons are 0-2-3, still looking for their first victory, and the Bulldogs are 1-3-4, coming off back-to-back losses on the season. This is their last non-conference match before they begin conference play a week from today. On September 30th, they'll host Fullerton College. The Hornets come to town as that marks their first match in OEC play, so their final tune-up game. The Dons are coming off a 4-0 loss to Palomar College on Friday the 19th, but before that, earned back-to-back draws against the likes of LA Harbor and Compton College. Teams take the field, so let's get you the starting 11, starting with the visiting Allan Hancock Bulldogs. They're led by head coach Billy Vintage. In goal, it'll be Sam Patchen. She wears the bright pink uniform. Rest of the 10 will look like this: Gabriela Polito, Jules Hernandez, Angela Gonzalez, Natalia Ando Pineda, Ruby Graciliano, Stephanie Garcia, Janet Devalos, Brianna Torres, Summer Alcantar, and Symphony Lozano. Starting 11 for your Santa Ana Dons. They're in the red kits, going from right to left on your screen. We're going to see the debut this season of Elizabeth Frias as Chavez boots this one into the left corner. It'll be the first goal kick for Patchen on the afternoon. So first start of the season for Frias. And around her, it'll look like this. Annie Zuniga, Emma Damian, Cassandra Ramos, Diane Bernal, Paulette Munoz, Jasmine Rodriguez, Gia Ineosa, Alex Chavez, Victoria Diaz, and Amy Ramos. So the Dons had some few injuries early on in the season, so they get their keeper back. Samantha Hernandez did a solid job in replacement of Frias, who missed the last 5 games, first 5 games of the season. But they are down a couple other players in their attack. So a few other players will have to step up in the Dons attack as the Bulldogs play it out wide. It's going to be the first throw-in for the Dons on the far side. On the back line for the Dons, you see Amy Ramos to make the throw-in. Alexis Chavez and Paulette Munoz gets to start at left center back in place of Ashley Marino, who usually starts at that position. Gia Osa at the left wing back position. A throw in to Rodriguez. The Dons look for more space. Bulldogs take it away. Pass midfield on the far side. Bulldogs drop it off to Torres. Throw in for the Dons on the far side. Nice defense there to negate the first opportunity. And the Bulldogs are 1-3-4. Head coach Billy Vintage, also the head coach of the men's soccer program. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the far side. They're in the yellow kits, left to right on your screen. Rodriguez presses up and earns a throw in for the Dons. She throws it in quickly to Ramos, Cassandra Ramos. Played back for Amy Ramos. Dons look to switch fields. Munoz pushes up, cross midfield. Long pass to Victoria Diaz, the only sophomore on the roster. Loses the challenge there, and it'll be Allan Hancock ball. Ramos gets it back for the Dons. Throw in on the far side for Allan Hancock College. Allan Hancock plays it on their back line. Here to Jules Hernandez on the near side. Pass to the middle. Rodriguez comes in to intercept it. Diaz now has it, and the Dons attacking third. Loses it quickly. Bulldogs able to secure possession. Stephanie Garcia on the back line at that right center back position. Takes it away from Diaz. Garcia ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez long off the back of Gonzalez, taken away by Inaosa. On the near side, ahead for Diaz. It's going to be a throw-in for Allan Hancock on the near sideline. Jules Hernandez, one of the 11 sophomores on the roster, to throw it in for Allan Hancock. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Diaz looks to regain possession for the Dons. Allan Hancock remains in control. Pushes it out wide on the far sideline. Errant pass for Davalos. Instead it goes to Garcia up ahead in the attack. Hernandez has it on the near side. Crosses midfield. Up ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez just outside the 18. Puts up a shot. Very high and over the crossbar. First shot of the afternoon by either team. Off target. First goal kick for Elizabeth Frias. Frias is a freshman from Orange High School. She spent last year as a redshirt. Played in the scrimmage, one of the scrimmages for the Dons this season. However, due to an injury, missed the first 5 games of the season. Bulldogs get it back into their attacking third on the far side. They lay it off for Torres. Torres works out wide. Out on a red, so it'll be a throw in for Allan Hancock. The Dons playing the Orange Empire Conference, and it's a very tough conference in a lot of sports, but especially in women's soccer. In the first rankings on the 3C2A, 5 teams from the OAC, yes, 5 are ranked in the top 25 on the season in the state of California. Saddleback comes in at the number 1 team, while Cypress right behind them at 2 overall in the latest rankings. Then 3 teams round out the order. Orange Coast College at 15, Golden West at 17, and Santiago Canyon College at 20. So a lot of tough opponents to come for the Dons the remainder of this season. Dons have possession on the far side. Munoz drops it off for Rodriguez. Rodriguez can't get to it. To throw in for Allan Hancock on the far side. Irvine Valley is another team that received some votes in the first rankings in the 3C2A. They're a perfect 5-0. We'll see if they're in action later today and update you on any scores from around the OEC. Bernal has possession. Gets ahead to Diaz. Diaz at the top of the 18. Loses it. Ramos nearly gets it back. Bulldogs. Hernandez continues to push out wide and sends this out of bounds. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Inosa throws it in. Wanted to get it to Diaz. Hernandez steps in front of that one, wins the header. Garcia in possession for the Bulldogs. Out wide to Davalos. Davalos lays it ahead for Torres. Zuniga momentarily poked it away, but back in possession to Garcia. Garcia looks to center it. Just outside the 18. Diaz now there for the Dons. Gets it up ahead to Inosa. Inosa, we mentioned, at the top of the broadcast, had 2 shots in their game Friday against Palomar College. Aggressive at that left wing back position. Centers it to Rodriguez. Back out wide to Inosa. Inosa on the near sideline. Takes a spin for Diaz. Diaz now to Rodriguez. Right outside the top of the 18. Back in Allan Hancock's possession. Good chance to get something going there for the Dons, unable to capitalize. Substitution set to come in for the Dons the next possession. Dons regain possession near midfield. Inosa on the left side, up ahead to Emma Damien. Damien has some space. Left wing. Rodriguez gets it off to the deflection. Cleared out of bounds by Allan Hancock. A throw in for the Dons. Substitution set to come in. So Ashley Martinez comes in for Cassandra Ramos. Martinez is a freshman from Troy High School. Off of Rodriguez, it'll be a throw-in near the corner for Allan Hancock. Damien heads this one out. Throw in for Allan Hancock. Still on the near side. Allan Hancock heads from left to right. On your screen in the yellow kits. Play in the Western State Conference. They begin conference play pretty soon as well, starting this Friday. They'll take on Santa Barbara City College at home. Chavez gets it on the back line for the Dons. Runs side to side, now turns and gets it back to their keeper, Frias, in her first start of the season. Long pass, off the deflection goes to Zuniga. Allan Hancock regains possession near midfield. The Bulldogs play it back. Patchen hasn't in the pink uniform. For the Bulldogs, she makes her 6th start on the season for head coach Billy Vintage. Hernandez up ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez now works against Munoz. Munoz pokes it away, but still in play. Gonzalez wants to cross it in. Munoz there to clear it. It's a corner for Allan Hancock College on the near side. First corner on the afternoon. Gonzalez set to take this one. She's a sophomore from Paso Robles High School. Sends this one towards the middle of the 18. Glances off one of the heads. Shot wide left. Allan Hancock. 2 shots on the afternoon, both off target. Another goal kick for Elizabeth Frias. Both Frias and Alexis Chavez came out as captains earlier today. First time we'd seen that. Alexis Chavez, one of the freshmen on the roster, has been freshman for much of or been the captain for much of the season by herself. But Frias, an experienced player on the program. She's a freshman, but a redshirt freshman, as she redshirted last year. Don's in possession on the far side. Rodriguez takes a heavy touch. Bulldogs fight for possession on the far side. They play it back. Ando Pineda turns to her keeper and gets it to Patchen. Patchen with their left foot sends it to the near side. Out to Hernandez. Damian presses up on her. Hernandez nearly loses it. Dons want a throw in. Instead, it goes right to Munoz on the errant pass. Martinez joins the team at the midfield position. Loses it to Allan Hancock. Up ahead now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has another opportunity on the right wing. Her 3rd chance of the afternoon. Cuts into her left foot. Frias. First save of the afternoon. Save here in the 13th minute by Allan Hancock. Scoreless match on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Osa plays it long. Patchen comes offline. She's outside the 18 and just clears it with her left foot. Throw in for the Dons. Dons get it into Diaz. Right there is Hernandez. Hernandez and Damian battle in the corner. It'll be the first corner kick of the afternoon for the Dons. Chance here in the set piece for the Dons on this corner kick. In the 14th minute of action. Dons are still looking for their first shot on the afternoon. Allan Hancock already has 3. 1 shot on goal. We just saw Frias make her first save of the season. Zuniga to take this one. Towards the near post, a header off Allan Hancock, and it'll be another corner. So in that last set piece, it was towards the near corner. A couple Dons there making a run, and it was Allan Hancock. We're able to clear it out the back line. Zuniga sets herself up again. There you see the Dons inside the 18. Here comes the corner to Chavez. Chavez with their right foot. Allan Hancock able to clear this one out on the far side. It'll be a throw in for the Dons coming up. Throw in for Amy Ramos. Munoz takes the bump. And that draws a whistle. So now Amy Ramos sets herself up. Passes it over to Chavez. Chavez will be the one to take the free kick in the attacking third. A few players for the Dons set themselves up at the top of the 18. We'll see what the Dons do here. Still looking for goal number 2 on the season. Chavez sends this one long towards the far post at the foot of Damian. Damian right there. Allan Hancock able to clear it out. Another chance for the Dons, but unable to get a shot up. Munoz lays it off in the middle for Martinez. Garcia gets the steal here and leads it the other way. Davalos pushes ahead in the counter, slows things down, waits for numbers, gets it to the middle for Pulido. An aggressive tackle there by Damian, gets it back for the Dons, and Rodriguez sends this to nobody up ahead. Patchen. Dribbles this one to her right, to the middle of the field. No one presses up for the Dons. In a different starting lineup this afternoon that we've seen in the past. Bulldogs playing along their back line. So both teams play their last game before they begin conference play. Allan Hancock coming off back-to-back losses to Hartnell College and College of the Canyons. Out wide, Amy Ramos there to interrupt that pass, and it's a throw-in for the Dons. Ramos throws it into Rodriguez. After a few ricochets, it's in possession of Allan Hancock. Pulido pushes out wide. A throw in for the Bulldogs on the far sideline. Substitution set to come in for the Bulldogs. Samantha Quintero comes in for Jules Hernandez. We'll see if she plays that right wing back position Hernandez was playing to start the match. Quintero is a freshman defender from St. Joseph's High School in Santa Maria. Allan Hancock travels from the city of Santa Maria. Martinez plays it up ahead for Bernal. Bernal shows good speed up ahead to Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the ground for Diaz. Diaz wanted to get it to Hinojosa. Bulldogs all over that one. Chance for Gonzalez to counter on the near side. Takes a bump from Munoz. Now inside the 18, right foot cross. Frias comes offline. Makes the save. On the far post, it was Brianna Torres who's there waiting for a chance to get a shot up for the Bulldogs. Long pass from Frias, the freshman. Sends this one long. Rodriguez works. Aaron pass goes right to Martinez. A chance for the Dons, and Rodriguez caught off guard there. Goes to Ramos near midfield. Deflected out. Throw in for the Dons on the far sideline. One hopper to Rodriguez. Another throw in for the Dons on the far side. Ramos throws this one again. Looks for Rodriguez. Zuniga ends up with it. Plays it back for Paulette Munoz. Munoz at that left center back position. Munoz out wide to Hinojosa. Stretches the field. Lays it off for Diaz. Pass deflected. Gonzalez has been active for the Bulldogs and gets it back. Davalos on the ground to Pulido. Don's defense has done a nice job of snuffing out any counter-attack opportunities for the Bulldogs early on. They play it on their back line out wide. Get it back to their keeper, Patchen. No one rushes her for the Dons. She takes her time. Now Rodriguez gets up in her face. Dumps it off to Alcantar. Alcantar is one of 4 captains. We usually see maybe 2, sometimes 3 captains come out for the opposing teams, but the Bulldogs sent out 4. This one's out on Hinojosa. A throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. Summer Alcantar, Daniela Mendoza, Stephanie Garcia, and Ruby Gracialiano. All 4 players came out as captains for Bulldogs and head coach Billy Vintage. About a 2-hour drive from Santa Maria to depending on how much traffic they got. Out on the far side, Janet DeValos has possession, wants to cross it with the right foot to the top of the 18. Glances off the head. Frias comes offline, makes the save. It'll be a corner on the far side. Also there, along with Munoz to help negate that Bulldogs attack. Here's the corner headed out by Munoz, right to Polito. Polito lines one up, can't get a clean shot off. Polito gets it back with their left foot, wide right. Lots of bodies, no whistle. Head referee today is Alex Estrada. Carlos Hernandez on the near side. Samuel Valle Marquez, the referee on the far sideline. Dons lose possession. A throw in for the Bulldogs on the far side. Scoreless in the 21st minute of the match. Thanks again for tuning into Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. They get it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez slips by a defender. Frias makes another save with their left paw. An opportunity there for Angela Gonzalez. Arguably the best opportunity of the afternoon for either team. Gonzalez able to get behind Gia Inayolsa. Up ahead, Rodriguez not going to be able to get to this one. Blasted by Patchen. Damian fights for possession. It's Zuniga now who gets the ball back for the Dons. Frias sends this one long. Diaz. Through ball. Off the foot of Alcantar. Bulldogs defense has been stingy. The Dons only have one shot in the afternoon thus far. Lozano plays it back. Alcantar has possession. Bernal presses up. Patchen goes out wide. Bernal continues to close down on the back line. Bit more pressure that we saw earlier in the afternoon. 22nd minute of the match. Damian closes in. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Quintero loses possession. So a substitution comes in for both sides. Samantha Osorio comes in for Natalia Ando Pineda for head coach Billy Vinage, and for the Dons, Samantha Hernandez comes in at forward for Jasmine Rodriguez. Samantha Hernandez started the last 5 games of the season at keeper. Amy Ramos has possession, middle of the field, to Martinez, and Martinez can't connect with her teammate. Polito plays it back for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs take their time. They've been patient in their approach. Had a few good looks, mainly on this right wing side. It's Angela Gonzalez, who's generated a lot of the offense. This one taken away by Amy Ramos. Tough tackle there. She gets the ball back for the Dons on the far side. Back to Polito and the Bulldogs. They play it back to Patchen. Patchen, no saves on the afternoon thus far through 24 minutes of play. Hernandez gets her first touch on the near side. Long pass here for Torres. Torres only has Chavez against her. Chavez uses her body, and Frias comes offline to make the grab. Frias has been busy this afternoon. Still a scoreless match between both teams. Bulldogs come from Allan, Hancock, located in the city of Santa Maria. Patchen, with their left foot, sends it long. Chavez, one-touch pass to Zuniga. Dons play it back. Munoz back to Frias. Frias in the purple uniform. First start of the regular season for the Dons, after missing the first few games due to an injury. Ramos continues to push up ahead. It's a throw-in for the Dons. Now it's a throw-in for the Bulldogs on the far side. Zuniga fights for possession, gets it back. Amy Ramos sends this one long. No one makes a run for the Dons. No problem for Patchen. She stops it with their left foot. Ball bounces around midfield. Bulldogs in possession. Another long pass for Gonzalez to the top of the box. Frias right there to pick it up. Both keepers trading long kicks. No one there for the Dons, but off the ricochet. Munoz comes up. No one near the center line. Lots of space for Lozano. Lozano plays it out wide, back to the middle. Chavez to Ramos. Up ahead to Bernal. Bernal to Diaz. Tries to get past her defender. There's some contact. First foul of the afternoon, says head referee Alex Estrada. That was near the center line. Alexis Chavez to take this one, the freshman from Segerstrom High School. One of two players on the roster from Segerstrom, the Jaguars, her and Jasmine Rodriguez. Chavez sends this one long. Few players crowded at the top of the 18. The Bulldogs get the first touch. It goes to Bernal. Bernal out wide with the right foot, tries to cross it off the deflection, a throw in for the Dons. Bulldogs out shooting the Dons 6-1. Frias has 3 saves on the afternoon thus far. First start of the season. Hernandez has done a nice job filling in. Martinez also got 1 start on the year at the keeper position. First match. This one's taken away from Amy Ramos. Osorio. Contact there. Another whistle. First foul on the Dons. Bernal gets the first touch. Aggressive in her attack. She gets tripped up near the center line. Another whistle on Davalos this time. Estrada makes the call at the center official position. Chavez sends this one long. Diaz can't get a header on it. Towards the back line off the ricochet. It's in the 18, cleared out by the Bulldogs near the corner. It'll be a throw-in for the Dons. You know, also to throw it in on the near side. Wants to get Diaz into the action. Another throw-in for the Dons off of Allan Hancock. A whistle there, another throw-in on that near corner. Also a freshman from Magnolia High School. Puts it on the ground for Hernandez. Hernandez fights for positioning. Diaz can't get this one. It's cleared by the Bulldogs. A bump there by Torres. She gets it back for the Bulldogs and lays it back for her teammate Garcia. Garcia wears the captain band on her left arm. Out wide to Davalos. Amy Ramos races towards that far sideline and is a throw in for the Dons. Bernal plays it back. Ramos centers it. Good work by Polito to use her body. Secures possession as they get it out to the near side. Bulldogs have been quiet the last 10 minutes or so. There's Gonzalez. We haven't seen her make a touch in the last 10, 12 minutes. Also takes a spill. Gonzalez continues to cut in. Plays it back for Polito. Polito has a lot of space on the right wing. Here's a shot with the right foot. Frias makes another grab. Another cross. This time does find Torres, but unable to get a clean touch. Crisis averted there by the Dons defense. Another chance created, though, by Angela Gonzalez. Ball bounces around midfield. Now out to Inaosa. Frias makes her fourth save on the afternoon, as we just saw a few minutes ago. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, that sophomore from Paso Robles, gets past Damien. Lays it off in the middle, no one home. Martinez now for the Dons. Her pass was off target. Bulldogs get it back to Davalos. Garcia in some traffic. Faces a challenge, loses possession. Tough tackle there by Martinez. Bernal races forward for the Dons on the far side in the between spaces. Puts a shot on with the right foot. Patchen able to put this one down. End the attack. Shot in the 32nd minute. That was outside the 18. Garcia has possession, gets past Zuniga. Left foot, long pass for Gonzalez, right on target. Gonzalez. Now deep in the corner against Inaosa. Inaosa clears it out. It's a throw-in for the Bulldogs on the near side. It'll be Quintero to take the throw-in for the Bulldogs. To Lozano. Lozano drops it off for Gonzalez, and the flag comes up by Carlos Hernandez. Offsides on the Bulldogs. First offsides by either team this afternoon in the 35th minute. Substitution as A.J. Diaz comes in for Brianna Torres. Diaz, a freshman from Napomo High School. Chavez sends this towards the center line. Diaz heads it forward. No one there. Bulldogs regain possession. Garcia one-touch pass off target. Munoz just clears it out of harm's way. Bulldogs play it back to their keeper, Patchen. Again, 7th start on the season. It's been a very busy beginning of the year for the Bulldogs. 1-3-4. It's their 9th game of non-conference play. They begin conference play against Santa Barbara City College this Friday afternoon. Ramos sends this on up in the air. Chance here for the Dons. Hernandez takes a touch. Pushes out wide. Gets possession. Back from Quintero. Plays it back for Inaosa. Inaosa's pass off target. Back to the Bulldogs. Nice clear there by Munoz and Chavez. Bulldogs still in possession. Garcia has it. Pass with the left foot over to Torres. Drops it off for Lozano. Lozano to Diaz. Diaz, who just checked into the game for the Bulldogs. With their right foot, shot on goal, but wide left. Diaz right there on the far post. So a shot here in the 36th minute for Allan Hancock. 2 more substitutions set to come in. We'll see the first of Daniela Mendoza. She was one of the 4 captains who came out at the beginning of the match. Natalia Ando Pineda, one of the starters, comes back in. She's one of 5 players from Ernest Righetti High School. It's a pretty big high school over there in the city of Santa Maria. Frias sends this one long. Chavez. Blast this one towards midfield. Bulldogs play it back for Patchen. Bulldogs out wide to Davalos. Davalos battles Bernal. Davalos stops, puts it on her right foot, wants to cross it in. Whistle there. Inside the 18. Kick for Diaz coming up. Low line drive pass to Hernandez. Hernandez up ahead to Diaz, and Diaz was offsides. Graciliano to take this free kick. Don sends it out wide for Diaz. Diaz by herself. Plays it off for Martinez. Martinez shows him good speed. Right foot cross. Looks for Damian. Cleared off the left foot of Graciliano. Bulldogs back in possession in the middle of the field. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer and the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Throwing for the Dons on the far sideline. Bulldogs right now out shooting the Dons 7-2, 3 shots on goal. Elizabeth Frias with 3 saves already. Sam Patchen only has 1 save on the afternoon. Patchen's one of 12 sophomores on the roster for Allan Hancock. Diaz with their left foot sends it long. Patchen. Bulldogs regain possession. Ahead to Ando Pineda, who just checked back into the match. Ahead for her teammate Diaz. Diaz in the 18 gets it to her left foot. There's Gonzalez. Gonzalez didn't get the clean shot she wanted, and Frias has no problem as that was off the bottom of her cleat. 8th shot of the afternoon. 4th that's on target. Could have been a better opportunity for the Bulldogs. Dons are fortunate there. Still a scoreless match in the 40th minute. Pretty warm day, but temperatures now at 83. Got it to a high of 89 here in the city of Santa Ana. Relatively humid as well. They lay it off for Davalos. Davalos now crosses it here. Looks for a teammate on the near side. Intercepted by Inaosa. Tackle there. That's going to draw a whistle. Diaz. Very aggressive on the tackle. Whistle by Alex Estrada. 5th foul of the afternoon by Allan Hancock. Chavez to Hernandez. Hernandez, heavy touch. Back in possession of the Bulldogs. On their back line. Graciliano. For much of the first half, the Bulldogs have been the better passing team. Munoz intercepts this one, sends it out wide for Hernandez. Hernandez can't keep this one in bounds. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. Bulldogs in possession and they lose it. It's a Don's throw-in. Quintero slips down to the turf. Substitution is set to come in for the Dons. Jasmine Rodriguez ready to come back into the match. She's one of the starting 11 for the Dons and head coach Jamie Baquero in her 11th season. Also, long throw-in. Damien fights for possession. Does get it back on their right foot. Bulldogs with good pressure. Get it back. Diaz sends this long for her teammate Gonzalez. Tough possession there by Diaz. Dons get it back. Munoz fights through a tough tackle by Gonzalez. Back to Gonzalez. Throw in for the Dons on the near sideline. Dons are in the red kits. Allan Hancock in the yellow. Hernandez has positioning on the near side. Back heel pass for Martinez. Deflected away by the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs back in possession. On the back line, Garcia plays it out wide to Osorio. To the middle of the field, Ando Pineda to Mendoza, one of 4 captains before today's match. Played into the 18, a through ball. Munoz, first one to get to it, a throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. Deep in that corner, we'll see what the Bulldogs can do. Final couple of minutes in the first half. We're in the 43rd minute of action. Bulldogs out shooting the Dons 8-2. Right foot shot for Diaz. Has no problem there picking that one up. Not a whole lot of steam on that one. Shot by A.J. Diaz. 9th shot of the afternoon. Mendoza plays it to the back line of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs really dominating possession the last 15 minutes or so of the first half of action. First 25 minutes, it was about 50-50. Seems like the Dons run out of gas a bit here at the end of the first half. Amy Ramos gets it back on the far side, ahead to Bernal. Martinez has some space on the far side. The freshman from Troy looks to cross it in. She's too deep. It goes right to Patchen along the back line. Head referee Alex Estrada looks down at his watch. This first half could be coming to an end soon. And there's the whistle from Alex Estrada. That'll mark the end of the first half. Hey, before we cut to a commercial break for the halftime break, did want to remind you, as you see the QR code up on your screen, you can make a donation directly to the Santa Ana College Athletics Program. With your donation, all the student athletes here will have the tools, resources, and opportunities to continue competing at a high level and representing Santa Ana College with pride. Your donation truly makes a difference. We appreciate you for supporting the Santa Ana College family. We'll cut to a break here for this halftime, and when we come back, we'll have some first half statistics as well as some scores from around the 3C2A.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion, someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, my name is Noah Alvarez. We have a scoreless match at the beginning of the second half. Bulldogs out shooting the Dons 9-2. 5 of the shots have been on goal. 5 saves for Elizabeth Frias, who makes her first serve, first start of the season. She's a redshirt freshman from Orange High School. The Dons only have 1 shot on goal, so only 1 save for Sam Patchen on the afternoon. Both teams have 2 corners. Bulldogs been the aggressor in the match with 5 fouls. Neither team has picked up a yellow card. And as we look up some stats and scores from around the 3C2A, we'll check out to see if any of the Orange Empire Conference teams are in play. The women's soccer team for Saddleback was in action as they lost to Long Beach City College earlier by a final score of 2-1. Fullerton and Moore Park are scoreless at Moore Park. Fullerton is the Dons' first opponent of Orange Empire Conference play. You can catch that game here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel next Tuesday, September 30th. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get a notification every time we go live, whether from the soccer pitch or inside the Bill Cook Gymnasium for Dons volleyball, or from Eddie West Field for Dons football this fall season. Basketball season will start before you know it, tail end of October as well. That game against Fullerton, the game against Fullerton next Tuesday will be at 3 p.m. in case you can make it here in person. Don's heading from left to right. Allan Hancock from right to left. Santiago Canyon currently leads Cerritos College 1-0 as they begin their second half of action. Allan Hancock into the attack early. A chance for Davalos. Davalos pumps the brakes, waits for some teammates, tries to lay it off, and Rodriguez right there to intercept the pass. April Martinez gets a touch, faces some pressure, drops it off for Diaz, too wide. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. Golden West takes on Antelope Valley at Antelope Valley later on tonight. Irvine Valley at Ventura College also later on tonight. So a few other teams waiting to start their match in the Orange Empire Conference. It's going to be a tough conference, as it is every year, but for the Dons, if you look at the opposing team's records, Irvine Valley currently undefeated, 5-0, as is Saddleback. They suffered their first loss, however, this afternoon, now 5-1. Golden West, 5-0-1. Cypress, 5-1. Santiago Canyon, 4-0-2. Orange Coast, 5-2. And then Fullerton at the bottom, 2-3. The Dons still winless, 0-2-3 on the season. Diaz gets it back for the Dons. A slide tackle from behind. That's always a dangerous play. Whistle there by referee Alec Estrada. Alexis Chavez to take this corner, to take this free kick. Chavez boots this one to the near post. Different keeper in goal. It's not Patchen at the keeper position anymore. So a throw in for Amy Ramos on the near side. Dons and Bulldogs scoreless. Some contact there. Martinez able to fight through it on the near side. Looks for Diaz. Diaz now just outside the 18 on the right side. Right foot off target. So we'll find out who that keeper is later on in the match and relay that message to you. They don't have a 00 on their roster, and their 0, Ashmary Velasquez, didn't travel with the team this afternoon. So a real mystery at who's in goal for the Bulldogs right now to begin the second half. Sam Patchen picked up 1 save in the afternoon in the first half. Made her 6th start of the season. Don's playing on the back line. Dangerous pass there by Chavez. The Bulldogs are back in possession. AJ Diaz, who finished the first half strong, sends a pass wide of her teammate. A throw in for the Dons on the far side. And the Bulldogs are led by 8th-year head coach Billy Vinage. He serves as a men's and women's head coach. Always wondered how tough that would be. I know Saddleback College does a similar thing, to be the head of both programs, especially if you have games during conference play on the same day. If you can't schedule that doubleheader both at home, you have to have a lot of trust in your coaching staff on the road to take care of one of the opponents or one of the teams. Bulldogs remain in possession. Lozano on ball, drops it off for her teammate Davalos. She turns around, plays it back on the back line. Graciliano resets. Flag comes up on the far side. Offsides on the Bulldogs. And head referee today is Alex Estrada. On the near side, Carlos Hernandez. Ref on the far side is Samuel Valle Marquez. Martinez gets the first touch. Graciliano boots this one into the 18. Frias gets her paws on it. Redshirt freshman from Orange High School. Off the side of her foot. Bulldogs regain possession near midfield. Hernandez applies some pressure, but can't get it back for the Dons. Hinojosa sends it long. And the Bulldogs play it back to their keeper. The only other keeper to make and record statistics this year is Alexia Medina. She's listed as number 14, so we're going to assume it's her. She's appeared in 6 games total, has made 3 starts, and we assume Medina, the starter, to begin the second half of action for the Bulldogs in the pink uniform. Scoreless match in the beginning of the second half. 50th minute of action. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. My name is Noah Alvarez. Next time you can catch the Dons at home next Tuesday. They host Fullerton College, first OEC match of the season. Janet Davalos to the middle. Maggie Maya starts this second half of action. Back in possession of the Bulldogs. Pass wide of Maya. Paulette Munoz tried to find Hernandez. Bulldogs come away with it. Aaron pass goes right to Amy Ramos. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. Bulldogs in the yellow kits travel from the city of Santa Maria. Don's football team played at Allan Hancock this past Saturday. Came up short in their first conference match of the season. 39-25 was the final score. Ruby Graciliano, one of 11 sophomores on the roster, one of 4 captains in today's match, set to take this free kick. Sends this one towards the far post. No one gets a touch as it sneaks on through into that far corner. Zuniga there for the Dons. She battles for possession. Also comes to help her out. That's a throw in for the Bulldogs on the far side. So substitution for Santa Maria, or for Allan Hancock. Natalia Ando Pineda checks out. Gabriela Pulido checks back in. Martinez slows things down. Dons play it back for their keeper, Frias. Damian up ahead to Diaz. Diaz on the near side for the Dons. Looks for Damian up ahead. Graciano there. Clears it with their left foot. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Bulldogs play it back. In possession on the near side now. Davalos. Pressured by Diaz. Diaz, the younger sister of Samantha Diaz, who played 2 seasons here for the Dons. Past 2 years for head coach Jamie Baquero. Rodriguez makes a wide pass. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. Still only 2 shots on the afternoon for the Santa Ana Dons. Long pass for Gonzalez. Gonzalez races up into the attacking third across to her teammate. And it's a corner off the deflection of Frias. AJ Diaz was the one who made the run on the near side of the box. Gonzalez listed as a defender, but she's been playing up in that attacking third at the forward position for the Bulldogs this afternoon and been very effective in the attack, creating opportunities for herself and her teammates. 10 shots now. She has 5 herself and has set up at least 2 or 3 others. This one towards the middle of the 18. Bulldogs get the first touch, bounces off the head of the Dons. Red Kid's clear. Ramos. Tackle there by the Bulldogs. Diaz goes down to the turf. Chavez to send this one long. Bulldogs win possession here near midfield. Pulido plays it out wide for Quintero. Drops it off for Maya. Maya to head to Gonzalez. Gonzalez races to that far corner. And it's a corner off Chavez. Gonzalez with good hustle to keep that one inbounds. Back-to-back corners in the second half. Early on for the Allan Hancock Bulldogs. 57th minute of action. Towards the far post, Frias comes offline. Here's the shot off of Zuniga, and she saves the day for the Dons and keeps this a scoreless match. Maggie Maya was the one who put the shot off of the ricochet there. Frias came offline towards that far post, and Zuniga was able to play it off her leg. One more time for Gonzalez, low line drive towards that far post again. This time Frias does get hands on it, punches it out. Gonzalez gets it back to her right foot, cross. Zuniga wants to get out of harm's way. Zuniga and Frias collide. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the far side. Bulldogs have had a couple chances here early on in the second half. They wanted to break the tie. Outshooting the Dons now 12-2. Maya fights for possession. Hernandez there. Another corner on the far side for the Bulldogs coming up. Gonzalez sends this one again to the far post. A chance for Diaz. Diaz gets it back. Rodriguez takes the tumble and is momentarily out of the 18. Right foot. Frias able to grab that one. Ando Pineda with the shot there. Another save on the afternoon for Elizabeth Frias in her first start of the season. Very busy. Diaz for the Dons up ahead on the near side now. Cleared out by Graciliano, and it's off the Dons, the referee says, here on the near side. Throw in for Allan Hancock. So tough defensive play there by the captain, one of the 4 captains. Diane Bernal set to check in for the Dons. She'll come in for Samantha Hernandez. And coming in for Allan Hancock, Anna Garcia, another sophomore, Pioneer Valley High School. She comes in for Janet Devalos. Rodriguez blasts this one into the 18. Medina comes offline. Medina rolls it out wide quickly. Quintero on ball. Lays it off on the middle. Bernal swipes this one away from the Bulldogs. Zuniga looks for Diaz, who's now on the left side of the formation. Dons have had to play mix and match much of the first half of the season, or first part of the season. Dealing with a couple injuries as well this afternoon, some players unavailable. Throwing on the far side for the Bulldogs. Long pass to Anna Garcia, cut off by Amy Ramos. Bernal pushes forward in some traffic. Stops, pivots. Now cuts in. Taken away by the Bulldogs. Stingy defense there by the back line. Inosa takes it right back on the far side with their left foot. Wanted to chip it in. Off the ricochet, the Bulldogs remain in control. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the far side. Scoreless in the 61st minute. Thanks again for tuning in to Don's Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Long pass. Chavez the first one to get to it. Out of bounds off the Dons. Throw in on the far side for Allan Hancock. Another substitution set to come in. Brianna Ramirez, a freshman midfielder. Get another player from Ernest Rigetti High School. 5 of those on the roster. She's set to come in for AJ Diaz. Diaz was rather effective at the forward position in the Bulldogs' attack since she came into the game about halfway through the first half. We'll see how Brianna Ramirez fares. Quintero throws it in towards the back line. Bulldogs continue to play it back. Graciliano on the ground for Alcantar. Quintero on the ground for the middle. Pulido now out wide, an errant pass. Amy Ramos there. Bulldogs regain possession. Lozano cuts in. Looks for her teammate on the far side. A race to the corner. Goal kick. No, a corner kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Mia Mario moves over to that right winger position for the visiting Bulldogs. Corner kick. Let's see what the Bulldogs have in their set piece. Still looking for their first goal of the afternoon. Right foot wide right. Coming off line there was a Lozano. Clean shot at it too. 65th minute of action. Dons and the Bulldogs still scoreless here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Ramos on the near side loses it. Was it off the Bulldogs? No, it's a throw in for the Bulldogs here on the near side. Strong touch by Lozano. Out wide to Ando Pineda. Pulido goes backwards and plays it back for Alcantar. Bulldogs switch fields over to Quintero on the far side. Munoz gets in front of that pass for the Dons. Back to Quintero. And an errant pass goes to Damien. Damien looks for Bernal. Passes long. Ando Pineda ends up with it for the Bulldogs. Ahead to Ana Garcia on the left wing now. Pressured there by Amy Ramos. Ramos lets it roll out of bounds. It'll be a corner. So a corner kick here on the near side for the visiting Bulldogs. 1-3-4 on the season. Dons 0-2-3. Both teams begin conference play in their next match. Bulldogs start this Friday. The Dons have a week off before they take on Fullerton here at home September 30th. Maggie Maya sends this one in towards the far post. No one can get a header on it. Right to Inaosa. Throw in for the Dons on the far side. Throwing now for the Bulldogs on the far sideline. Quintero. Back to Alcantar. Polito puts it on her left foot now. Centers it. One touch pass to Maya. Maya uses her body to secure possession. An errant pass for Polito, but back to Alcantar on the back line. Alcantar sends this one high into the air. High bounce for Frias, and she's able to grab it no problem. Handball on Allan Hancock. Dons regain possession. Long pass by Chavez out here to the near side. Bernal. Slide there. Bernal able to get back up onto her feet. Looked a lot more painful than it was. And it's a corner kick for the Dons. Ando Pineda still down on the turf. Appears to be in some pain. She was the one who slide tackled Bernal on the near side. Substitution, Stephanie Garcia comes back into the match in replace of the injured Natalia Ando Pineda. And Zuniga to take this corner. Dons have a chance in the set piece. Towards the near post. Medina gets hands on it, but here's a shot by Bernal off the body of one of the Bulldog defenders. Also plays it ahead for Diaz. Deep in the corner. It'll be a goal kick for Alexia Medina. And Alexia Medina gets the start in the second half after Sam Patchen started the first half of the game. Alexia Medina, freshman from Lompoc High School. Maya dribbles it back on the ground for her teammate Alcantar. Now switches fields to Garcia. Garcia takes over at that left wing back position. We saw Garcia earlier in the game. She was one of the starting 11. Polito, one-touch pass to her teammate Lozano. Maya sends it long on the far side. Murillo has some space. She gets past Ina Osa with their right foot, wants to cross it in. Frias comes and grabs it, takes it away from the Bulldogs. Brianna Ramirez was streaking down the middle. Another crisis averted there by the Dons and keeper. 15 shots on goal, or 15 shots in general, 9 shots on goal for the Bulldogs. Dons still only have 3, 8 saves on the afternoon thus far. Maya wanted to send this out wide here on the near side. Polito gets it off the ricochet. Now Ramos pokes it away off the Bulldogs. A throw in for the Dons to the near side. Ramos throws it into Martinez. Zuniga tried to send it long. Off the foot of Maya. Maya. She sends it towards the goal. Frias able to get both hands on it. That was a shot, but off target. It's going to be wide right. Foul on the Bulldogs near midfield, called by head referee Alex Estrada. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Chavez set to blast this one long. Bernal the nearest Don. Bulldogs get the first touch. Bernal gets it back. Very skillful forward here in the Dons attack. Momentarily poked away. Lozano. Martinez now over to Diaz. Diaz looks for Bernal. Bernal at the top of the box. Graciliano gets to it first. Now Garcia in possession on the near side. That was one of the better chances for the Dons in the second half of action. Towards the middle, Bulldogs, no one there. Polito regains possession near midfield. Up ahead, too deep of a pass. Frias able to pick this one up. Mistimed her jump there. One of the players takes a spill. Martinez takes some contact and no foul called there. Garcia gets it back for the Bulldogs. Ana Garcia. Bulldogs play it back, slow things down as they remain in possession. On the far side, Quintero sends it long for Ramirez. Ramirez there, but also Paulette Munoz. Munoz clears it off of the Bulldogs. Savvy play there by the freshman center back. Stepping in for Ashley Marino, who's unavailable to go today. Three subs set to come in for the Allan Hancock Bulldogs. Angela Gonzalez and Janet Zavalos, both to come back in. They started the match. And then AJ Diaz, who we saw for a good chunk of the first half and got 2 shots in the first half of action. "16 shots total by Allan Hancock. Pulido, Ramirez, and Quintero, the 3 players to come off for Allan Hancock. Bulldogs able to use a bit more in depth in today's match versus the Dons, who are a bit banged up, have a couple players unavailable. Back to Graciliano. On the ground for Maya. Maya with the right foot launches one, and it's on the ground wide left. Not the best of touches there. Chavez looks for the near side to Bernal. Good pressure there by Stephanie Garcia. Bulldogs have been a very physical team. Amy Ramos just clears this one out. Throw in for the Bulldogs on the near side. They play it back for Graciliano. Errant pass goes right to Annie Zuniga. After an errant pass by her, back to the Bulldogs. It'll be a throw in for Allan Hancock on the far side. 76th minute of action here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. The next time you can catch the Dons women's soccer team will be this upcoming Tuesday, September 30th. High into the air, and it's out of bounds. Throw in for the Dons on the far side. Another throw-in for the Dons on the far side, but before the throw-in, we'll get a substitute. Cassandra Ramos set to come back in for the Dons. For Ashley Martinez. Ramos, a freshman from Costa Mesa, made the start this afternoon. Ramos has played in all 6 matches for the Dons this season. Martinez off, Ramos on. Here's a long pass, no one home inside the 18. Medina scoops it up. Long pass, AJ Diaz in a foot race with Chavez, but it's Frias. Comes offline to grab this one at the top of the 18. Nearly a dangerous moment there for the Bulldogs offense. Zuniga loses possession. AJ Diaz back in attack. Murillo now at the top of the box. Poked away by the Dons. Rodriguez there. To the back line for Alcantara. She chips it in. Up ahead. Ball continues to bounce around. It'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs on the far side. Angela Gonzalez to take this throw in. She leads the team with 5 shots, 4 shots on goal this afternoon. We're here in the 79th minute of action. Diaz clears this one. Bulldogs still in possession. Flag comes up. Anna Garcia offsides. Don's possession. There's a foul called by head referee Alex Estrada. Don's back in possession, near midfield. Chavez set to set this one long. Towards the far post, the Bulldogs get the first touch. Off to the races goes Gonzalez. Munoz able to clear this one right to Maya. Ball bounces around midfield. Zavalos secures possession for Allan Hancock. Over on the near side, Stephanie Garcia on ball. Lays it off for Zavalos. Out wide to Gonzalez. There was a cross. Rodriguez intercepts that pass. Ahead to Ramos. Ramos can't secure possession. Back in possession of Allan Hancock. Garcia with their left foot sends it up ahead. Diaz there. She has help around her. Takes a churn on her right foot. Chavez uses her body. Diaz plays it back for Zavalos. Zavalos back to Garcia. Garcia has some space with the left foot. Long shot, and it's wide left. Another good look there for the Bulldogs. 2 more substitutions set to come in. Natalia Ando Pineda started the match along with Samantha Quintero. Ana Garcia and Mia Murillo are the 2 players coming off. Munoz plays this on the ground for Bernal. Bernal hasn't had a whole lot of space to work with. Credit the Allan Hancock back line. Heavy touch there by Diaz. Back into Allan Hancock's possession. Maya plays it back. Graciliano on ball. Alcantar up ahead to Maya. Maya sends it long for Gonzalez. Frias plays this one out on the left foot. A throw in. Bulldogs into the attacking third on the far side. Lozano dribbles through some traffic, gets it to the top of the 18. Bodies all around there. Diaz, the one who had the best look at it for the Bulldogs. Zuniga, no, that's Bernal, able to clear this one out of the 18. Cavalos can't find her teammate. Don stingy in that offensive attack there. Ahead to Ramos. Ramos looks to get past Alcantar and loses possession quickly. Now in the 84th minute of action. Final 5 or so minutes here in second half. Chance for Stephanie Garcia. Garcia plays it out wide for Diaz. And they say Diaz was offside, so that ends the threat there. Allan Hancock getting all the opportunities here in the second half of action. Outshooting the Dons 18-3. 9 shots in the first half, 9 shots in the second half. Bernal weaves through some traffic and unsure of who she sent that one to off her right foot. Medina comes offline. Stop this one. Medina with the strong long pass. Allan Hancock wants a handball. Did look like a hit off the arm of Chavez. Estrada says play on. One touch pass right to Gia Hinojosa. Don's back in possession. She makes an errant pass. Now Stephanie Garcia for the Bulldogs. Out wide to Ando Pineda. Bernal plays it out of bounds. A throw in. Back to Ando Pineda. Back to Alcantar. Behind midfield. Out wide on the far side to Quintero. Quintero gets past Hinojosa, crosses it in with the right foot, right to Frias. Nearly lets it get through. She came down to a knee. Ball nearly snuck away from her hands. Back is in possession of Ando Pineda to Stephanie Garcia. A through ball for her teammate Davalos. Davalos looks for Gonzalez. Frias, right at the edge of the 18 here on the near side, able to pick it up before anyone can get to it. 87th minute of action. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer. Dons are hoping to hang on for a draw. Allan Hancock hoping to break the tie and earn their second victory on the season. They're 1-3-4. Quintero has possession, cuts in near midfield. Pass off the ricochet. Amy Ramos takes the tumble, and there was a shove there by Janet Davalos. Ramos grabs her head and neck as she's in some pain. She's going to be able to stay into the game. Tough player, Amy Ramos is. Ramos applies pressure with the Bulldogs remain in possession. Pass up ahead to Davalos. Chips it in the air, and Zuniga pokes it away. Bulldogs still in possession. Dons just haven't been able to regain possession and hang on to the ball for much of the second half. Graciliano on the ground for Lozano. Maya. Out wide to Quintero. Quintero deep in the corner. Can she save it? Unable to do so. And it's a goal kick coming up for Frias and the Dons. Not sure how much stoppage time will be given or if there will be any given here at the end of the second half. We're approaching the 89th minute of action. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Don throw it in on the far side. Diaz plays it up ahead for Bernal. Medina able to get to it first right at the top of the 18. Gotta assume this might be one of the last opportunities for the Allan Hancock Bulldogs to break the tie. An errant pass for Quintero. Now we'll get a substitution for the Dons. Samantha Hernandez set to come in. Played 4 games at keeper. Made 17 saves in those 4 matches. Sandra Ramos out. Samantha Hernandez back in. Inosa to throw it in. On the far side. Diaz can't get it back. Gonzalez has possession for the Bulldogs. Tackle there by Amy Ramos. Physical play there. Only the second foul on the Dons the entire afternoon. Bulldogs have 11. Chance here late in the second half. Graciliano has this one teed up. With their right foot, a line drive off of Jasmine Rodriguez. Diaz wants the counter, but Alcantar secures possession for the Bulldogs. On the ground wide for the Valos. A throw in for the Dons. That'll mark the end of the second half, so the end of 90 minutes. Dons and the Bulldogs remain scoreless. Both teams pick up another draw on the season. For the Dons, with the draw, they advance to 0-2-4 on the year, while Hancock advances to 1-3-5. Both teams start conference play. The Bulldogs will take on the Santa Barbara City College Vaqueros this Friday at home. Match starts at 4 p.m. For the Dons, they begin conference play next Tuesday, September 30th, here at Santa Ana College. Kickoff set at 3 p.m. as they host Fullerton College in their first Orange Empire Conference match. For Sal, who was running the camera, and Cammie Lewis, who helped set up the equipment, my name is Noah Alvarez saying thanks for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We'll catch you guys next time.